Okay, 8.01. Calculating mean, median, mode, and range given a set of data. All right. So what's the mean, round to the nearest tenth, the median, the mode, and the range of these plant heights? First thing that we need to do is we need to put them in numerical order. And oftentimes it's easy to create a stem and leaf plot. So I've got a 6. I have some 7s. I have 7, 5, 7, 5. I've got an 8, 2. And I've got a 9-0 and a 9-1. So if we want to find the median, that's the middle number. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means it's between 7.5, because that's the third, and the third from the end is 8.2. So 7.5 and 8.2. We can add those two and divide by 2, and that will give us the median. And then I'll show you another way. 7.5 plus 8.2 divided by 2, and you get 785. Or you say, how far on the number line from 7.5 to 8.2? Well, that's 5, 6, 7 tenths. Half of 7 tenths, right? Half of 7 tenths is 0.35. 0.35. So that is the value that I would have to add to the smaller number to get to the middle. So that's 7.85. But we want to round to the nearest tenth. 7.85 rounded to the nearest tenth needs to go up to 7.9. Okay. Now the mean, we need to add all these up. Okay. We need to add all those values up and then divide by how many data points are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When I add all those up, I get 47.3. Okay. And how many data points are there? There's 6. So when we divide that number by 6, we end up with 7.88. Which if we round that to the nearest tenth, it rounds up to 7.9. Honestly, I would have accepted 7.85 and 7.88 if you had left it that way, but read the directions, round to the nearest tenth. The mode is the number that occurs the most, which is the only one that gets repeated, is 7.5. And the range is the difference between the highest number and the lowest number. So we need to take 9.1 and subtract 6.0. So that range is 3.1. Okay. All right, down here. What is the mean snowfall for February and March? So we need to add 16.4 and 16.6 and divide that by 2. And when you do that, you end up with 16.5. I actually didn't even need to do that. I just knew that the midpoint there is going to be 16.5. So that's going to be the average or the mean. Okay. What is the mean snowfall for all 5 months on the graph? So we need to add all those values up and divide by 5. And when I added all those up, I got 72. And if you divide that by 5, you get 14.4. Okay. If June has 0 inches of snow, explain how to find the mean for all 6 months. So we're going to add all 5 data points plus 0. Then you need to divide that total by 6, because now we're looking at 6 months worth of data, which is going to significantly reduce the mean rainfall. So if you divide 72 by 6, the mean rainfall for 6 months is going to be 12 inches versus the 14.4 inches. Okay. All right, that's that.